Hello again guys, and welcome back to another Big Al Devlin video here at the House of Devlin. And this video is going to be a very quick introduction into body types. Basically, the whole message of this video is going to be proud of what you have. Make the most of what you have got. When we're born, we all have, a different set of cards to play with. And, our hand may not be as strong as others. But we make the most of what we've got, and we put hard work in and effort in, and we make the most of the body type that we have. Now, there are three distinct body types, guys. There are ectomorphs, there are endomorphs, and there are mesomorphs. You may have heard these terms before, you may not have. To be honest, the names of the forms don't really matter. They're the scientific names. But basically, you've got the skinny guy, the big guy, and the kind of guy in between that can be basically ripped to the bone and muscular at the same time. Okay, and that's what they are respectively. Now, why does this exist in the human body? Briefly put, it's just the positioning of the stomach. You wouldn't imagine it, would you? That something so simple, that the position of your stomach, the orientation of the stomach, and just the way that the metabolism reacts as a result of that can have such a major impact on your body's physique and presentation. But what I'm trying to say is, whatever you are, you will not know until you're probably in your early 20s. So if you're a young teenager at the moment, 15, 16, you're only just starting to develop your body, there's no way of knowing what you are at this point in time, other than perhaps looking at your parents and thinking, yeah, I'm probably going to take after my dad, or his dad, or my mum's dad, or whatever, that kind of thing, or my mum, or whatever. You do tend to take after your family. Your body type is genetic. It is controlled by your genetics, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't fight it. Now, does that mean, just so you guys know, I'm an endomorph with maybe a little bit of mesomorph splashed in there, because you're never fully one body type, okay? It's very rare that you'll find someone that's 100% endomorph, 100% ectomorph, or 100% mesomorph. You're a bit of everything, okay? But I am definitely more towards the endomorph side of the spectrum, which means I have this kind of body type. Okay, I am not ripped. I do not have a six-pack. I have water. I don't have, which means I don't have vascularity. But I have quite a bit of mass, quite a bit of size, and and a lot of strength to go with it. Now, and a bit of a power belly to go with it as well. Okay, now this is actually fairly solid, and there's not a huge amount of fat on there, but for someone who trains hard, and also doesn't eat that much, you'd expect someone who goes to the gym, for personal training, for training themselves 5-6 times a week, and then I train people martial arts, God knows how many times a week on top of that, which is still physical exertion for myself. You'd expect someone like myself to have a six-pack, to be rippling, to have veins, vascularity, all the rest of it. But I don't. And the reason why I don't is because I embrace what I am. I embrace the fact that I can get bigger and I can get stronger than other people within a given time period. So if I was given a year, basically, I average about a stone a year when I really want to try and put size on. When I'm really eating and I'm training and stuff like this, I can put a stone a year on, pretty much. Obviously, now that I'm 18 stone, it's a little bit harder, but I still put a hell of a lot of weight on when I try. And the weight's not bad. It's muscle. I keep the conditioning that I have. However, when I was a very young 20-year-old, sort of 2021, and a sort of 19-year-old, maybe in my late teens and that. Obviously, guys, and if you're a girl, you'll know this as well. A lot of guys will basically become self-conscious about their bodies, okay? And they want to attract females, okay? And they think that six-packs are what girls like, Now, obviously, as I've gone over in time, as I've got older, and more experience, I've learned that a girl likes something to cuddle onto. So maybe being an endomorph is the better one overall. But nonetheless, let's face it, guys, a lot of the girls, when they hire a stripper or anything along those lines, when they want something to ogle over, let's face it, they've all got six packs. So there's, I think girls like both. They like the six pack, but they also like the cuddly bear also, Just one of those kind of things. But what I'm trying to say is, when I was a teenager, is I wanted that six pack. I wanted the rock hard muscle. I wanted the vascularity. I wanted to show you the striations of my muscles. I basically wanted to be in bodybuilding condition. And I got that. I got exactly what I wanted, believe it or not. I got down to under 8% body fat, and that was for a period of about 2 years. I held under 8% body fat. Now I'm probably be about 21% body fat. So there's the difference, okay? So I went down to about 8, or just under 8 actually. I think the lowest I got down to was 6% body fat. But one thing I could really do well for some reason was I could drain myself of water. I could get very low on water, get very tight skin, and get a really tight look to myself. With, maybe not showing the full six pack, but I had a lot of tightness around the muscles, which looked good and it felt good, when girls would feel your arm and they go, whoa, like that, because it feels like it's chiseled out of stone. Now, I got to that through the hardest and the strictest of dieting you could imagine. But there were some of my friends who had similar physiques, who didn't diet, did what they want, didn't go to the gym, did fuck all, and basically just relied on their youth and their natural genetic predisposition to look in that similar form. And they were ectomorphs or ectomesomorphs, okay? Okay. So basically what I'm trying to say is you're not locked into your body type. If you want to change the way that you look, you can do it. If you're an endomorph and you want to become an ectomorph, fine. Brilliant. Okay, that's not an ectomorph, but you want to look like an ectomorph, i.e. you want to be ripped and all the rest of it, then that's cool. That's not a problem. But you're going to have to work real hard at it. You're going to have to diet, you're going to have to train, and you're going to have to be dedicated. Same with the ectomorphs. The guys who go to the gym, train really hard, but never seem to put any size on. You know how hard it is to get as big as someone like myself or even bigger. It is difficult. This has taken effort, but it hasn't taken anywhere near as much effort as it would take someone like yourself, for example. And so you're not locked into your body type, but this is my main message of this video. Instead of trying to change who you are, what you were born to be, make the maximum of what you are. That way, you will hit the maximum potential your body is capable of being, whatever it might be. So if you're like me, an endomorph, I am determined to be as big and as strong as possible, but healthy and fit with it. I do my cardio, I do my fitness, I train people, so I get exercise that way also. I walk my dog, who's down here at the moment, so I'm sorry if there's any noises, he's walking around. But I do all these physical extra activities in addition to my weights. So I'm nimble, because I stretch and I'm fit. I can go up the stairs without getting breathless, so on and so forth. I've got all this, but my primary focus is in getting bigger and stronger and not caring too much about the condition that I'm in. I don't want to be fat. I don't want a power belly, big belly out here. I don't want that. And that's not endomorph, that's fat. Endomorph is this, where you have a bit of a belly, but it's just a smoothness. That's the best word to use for it. You're smooth, okay? And so I'm taking the biggest advantage I have, which is the ability to put muscle on, and I'm making the most of it. And that's really where I'm trying to go down and make them, as I say, really hammer down and become the best endomorph that I can. Okay, rather than becoming a very mediocre ectomorph, someone who, yes, can get ripped, but you know, it takes a lot of effort and I can't hold it all year round, and it's not that great compared to someone who's naturally like that. And the same would go to people who are ectomorphs. If you're an ectomorph, yes, bulk up a bit. Try and put as much size on as you can. Definitely try, definitely, 100%. But take advantage of the fact that you can be ultra ripped. I mean, like ultra ripped. Diet, do a lot of cardio, do a lot of fitness, do a lot of reps when you're doing your weights and so on and so forth. So that when you pose, you're not maybe like me, but you actually look bigger than me, even though you're perhaps maybe half my size or whatever, or close to it, at least anyway. But you look bigger than me, or your muscles look bigger than mine, because, well, quite frankly, they're so conditioned, they pop out. And that's what you really should try to do, in my personal opinion. Make the most of your body type. That's the message of this video. Make the most of your body type and be happy. Or, you know, if being the opposite of what you are born to be makes you happy, do that also. The message, I suppose, is be happy in your own body. But you probably will be happiest being what you were born to be. Okay then, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.